Well, Renaissance Mantra Exchange, and just getting ready to head out to the gym. Well, sorry, not heading out to the gym, heading out to run some errands. I've trained this morning, so things are going pretty well. Moving up through, and it takes a little longer when you get older, but hey, it is what it is. So, just a few things from the UK at the moment, and number one, we are in a mess. The government has once again lied to us. They are frequently trying to take more and more of our freedoms and liberties away. The latest one, which although linked to the government, is linked to the BBC. Quite rightly, quite rightly, President Trump should be suing the BBC. However, the BBC here's news. So in England, we have what's called the television license, which which was brought out when the BBC first came in, and it was to basically pay for live broadcasting for the BBC and BBC Two. Funnily enough, ITV and Channel 4 and Channel 5 that we have in Britain are not actually covered by the TV license, only the BBC. And yet we have tons of channels, which luckily you don't need a TV license if you do not have live viewing or anything by the BBC. Luckily, you can get away without paying a license, so you can pay on demand for things like Amazon, Netflix, etc., which myself and my housemate do. However, the BBC has now said that, it's coming out that President Trump going ahead with his lawsuit, which he should do, absolutely, he should be suing the BBC for misrepresentation, serious misrepresentation. The BBC Panorama lied. It's as simple as that. They lied, as they usually do anyway. Or at least there was a point where they actually did report. The BBC Panorama, the news from Britain was the paramount in the world. We at one stage reported the actual truth on what it was because it was independent. Now, the BBC and Panorama, BBC has said that if President Trump goes ahead, and this is what is speculated, that the television license will be raised to reflect the suing case, which really is actually quite disgusting. The people who made and edited those videos should be solely responsible, not the people of England. Now, quite thankfully, we don't pay for one, but I will say, anybody who has a TV license, I would say, when this happens, it's not a case of if, it's when this happens, there's plenty of channels that stream fantastic programs that you can get without a TV license. And it will actually cost you less than a TV license to get those channels. So I would advise you very much is say to the BBC, no, we hold the power. If every single person turned around and said no, we're not using it, we're just watching on demand, like Amazon, Netflix, etc., the BBC would soon find that they're in trouble. So I think really we need to take a stand. We need to take a stand on things. Right this moment in time, the Labour Party, going back to politics, the party that in power, is the beginning of the end. They are losing general election. They're not general elections. They're losing local elections by each local election that happens. The budget, once again, where they said, oh no, we won't put up taxes or anything, they are once again going to be putting up taxes, national insurance, after devout promises, oh no, we won't come back for more. The Labour governments have been absolutely disgraceful in their approach to the people. And fingers crossed, if this happens, whereby they do and they lose more councils, and there are talks of setting aside Keir Starmer, the current Prime Minister. That could trigger a general election. And the mood of the people is that they will finally vote for a different party, the Reform Party. Now, this is a forecast of my own. In order to fix this country, we need to stop every single penny going out of the UK to all the countries. We need to stop. Foreign aid. We need to stop any other payments that do not directly benefit the UK. We should be focusing on paying what we only have to, like trade. When we're talking about trade, stuff like that, we need to be paying that sort of thing, trade agreements, etc. But any foreign aid, any money just going out for whatever reason, we need to stop it all going out. We need to stop paying into the World Health Organization, which has done nothing in the past 20 years. They've had billions of pounds. We have not seen any movements towards actual cure. We've only seen treatment, not cure. The World Health Organization is supposed to be finding cures, except they churn out treatment after treatment after treatment. We need to be turning around saying, no, we've had enough of treatments. We now need cures. Okay, we need to be really cutting down on what the government is spending, bring money back in, put things back into the NHS. We need to be getting rid of all these illegal immigrants. In fact, we need to be getting rid of a lot of things. A lot of things we need to be getting rid of and placing Britain back on the map, putting money back into Britain, sorting out finances, sorting out our national debt, and sorting out our inflation. If we do that, we stand a chance to recover something. But that's the only way we're going to be able to do it. But anyway, enough of politics, enough of everything else. That's what's happening in the UK. Right now, I'm going to head off. I have a lot of things to do for myself. Today, I will be receiving more coursework for my current course, which will be to teach the SIA. And I have multiple work opportunities once I pass this course, which will mean that I'll be able to move things up a little bit. There are some projects upcoming that I will be doing. They're still on the back burner, but hopefully once I pass this course, I'm in full-time work, these projects will actually move forwards a lot more. So, in this life, we the people have to make our voices heard. So what I will say is next general election, make your voice heard, get rid of the corruption that we have in the governments, and let's hope we can put in a government that will actually do what it says on the tin. Just a few thoughts here. Have a great day.